You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, and nobody's ever been. Do I gotta chase you every summer? Can I have to replace you every summer? You're the only woman on my mind. You're the only way I spend my time. Tick, 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 boom. Can't get you out of the room of my head. Take two, is it too soon to get you into my... I want you now, I need you off the ground. I want not loud, I want you right now. I can't help it right now.
You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, and blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. Do I gotta face you with another? I'll never replace you with another. You're the only man that's on my mind. You know that nobody right. Tick, 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 boom. This ain't a honeymoon, we all night instead. Sleep until noon, I still assume that you'll be in my... I want it here, don't make me wait all year. Already facing my fears, come closer to my ears. I gotta hear it more clear. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind. You're the only one that gets under my skin. You're doing damage, nobody's ever been. You're the only one that makes me wait all the time. Oh yeah, you blow my mind. Boom, boom, you blow my mind.
And how players are paired together is a big part of my team. I mean, that's...
The 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And our coverage tonight will be coming to you from Sacramento, where the Kings will be going up against the San Antonio Spurs. Checking out the Spurs, they've taken a little bit of a dip this season after an excellent finish last year. 5th place in the East isn't the worst spot to be in right now, but it's a little below where we thought they'd be. So we're right around halfway through the season. Shaq, a lot of trade discussions happening. What are your keys to making a great deal?
Well, it depends on your goal. You want to win now? You want to win later? A combination of both? Does your analysis ever make changes out of emotion?
Well, acquiring players that fit your system. You have to have a system first. That's the key. And if your trade looks too good to be true, it probably is.
I meant to say, do your analysis, never make changes out of emotion.
Okay.
See, I was emotional when I was talking about it.
Well, I heard you. I understood it. I understood
All right.
it.
You did?
Not really, but.
Me either. And now with the tip-off, coming up shortly, it's time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Shooting guard, standing 6'5", number 9, Iman Shumpert. At power forward, 6 feet 10 inches, number 88, Nemanja Bjelica. Starting at center, 7 feet, number 00, Willie Cauley-Stein. At the other guard position, at 6'3", number 5, De'Aaron Fox. Starting at the other forward position, at 6'3", number 24, Buddy Hield. Your head coach is David Yeager. Once again, your Sacramento Kings.
Welcome, everyone, to this 2K Sports broadcast live from the capital city of California, Sacramento. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the 4th member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. And it's been home cooking for the Kings in the midst of a homestand here in Sacramento. Challenging part of the schedule, and this is where they need to buckle down and take care of business.
And it's going to be a tough stretch of games here coming up. I know they're excited for it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for this group to find out exactly where they are in this league.
And it's the Kings to start out. A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. Gay and Aldridge are up front. Then it's DeRozan. Then it's White. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position.
Oh, man, such an athletic 7-footer, Willie Cauley-Stein. Now, look, he's improving his game. He fits that prototype of a mobile shot blocker who finishes around the rim.
Forbes, the pass to DeRozan. That one good for 2.
And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
And Chris, for Cauley-Stein, just how good you think he can become?
I think he can become very good. He's got to show more improvement offensively, but that just takes work over the summer.
It's stolen by DeRozan for the finish, and finished off by DeRozan.
Yeah, getting theirs before the defense can set up.
Now, that's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
On the wing, Hield sinks the triple. Hield's got his first 3 points of the game.
A genuine sniper from distance. Hield's three-point stroke is as good as it gets.
Takes the 13-footer. That misses off the backboard.
I like the shot selection on that one, despite the miss.
And Shumpert kicks to Fox. Shot by Hield, nobody around. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 3rd assist on the night. Here's DeRozan. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. DeRozan's got 6.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off. And when you look at DeRozan and how he's, transformed himself the last few years, he has become one of the more efficient scorers at a loaded shooting guard position. And some could argue he is one of the best guards in the entire league at this point of his career.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one drops. Both free throws good from DeRozan.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Here's Fox. It's Bielitsa. Gay with the defensive effort.
That's how you protect the rim. Stand your ground and make him alter his release. Too tentative on the finish. Forget about the D. Take it up strong.
And with DeMar DeRozan, do you see him, Greg, potentially being an MVP winner during his career?
I mean, I think he's headed in that direction already. When you look at how he's progressed each and every year, his team is always competitive in large part to what he does out on the floor. I wouldn't bet on it, but I wouldn't be surprised if he was named MVP before it's all said and done.
Chalk up 2 there.
How about 5 straight made from the field to start?
The Kings trail by 4. Let's send it out to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Dave Yeager. David?
Well, Kevin, the crucial aspect in his mind is making things tough for them inside. He said they're a physical team, and they bring a lot of intensity. If we don't respond when they push us, we'll just get bullied all game. We're going to get down in the paint tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And right around this time of the year, some teams spending long stretches on the road. Chris, that's difficult. It's got to be tough, I would assume, for players to deal with that, teams to deal with that.
It does get tough. Long road trips, travel, you're staying home from your family, you haven't seen your family and your friends. But I tell you what it does as a team. Coaches love it because it builds camaraderie, it builds chemistry. Now you have time to go to the movies and hang out with guys on your team at a restaurant or just hanging out. And what does that do? It brings you a little bit closer together because now you're building a relationship that's not based on basketball. These long road trips allow you to be together, to get to understand and know each other in ways maybe you haven't before. And believe me, it's been many times on the court. I've joked with the guy on my team about something that had nothing to do with the game, and it brought us to even play harder because we had an inside joke about something else. Who wouldn't want to play with their friends, right? Who wouldn't want their friends to challenge them? And that's the type of relationships you build on these long road trips.
Hield with the bucket.
No, this is what smart point guards do. Fox is adept at realizing the defense's mistakes and exploiting it.
Yep, it counts. 14 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Now, this game would have a different look if it wasn't for his shooting. I mean, 100% from the field for him.
Fox kicks to Hield. Outside jumper. Launches it. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Even as the team rebuilds, business booming for the Kings. Chris, ticket sales, sponsorships, you name it.
So the fans are doing their part to make this team a winner. You can bet that.
Hold them bands down. Hey, hold your bands down. Come around.
Chance to see stats for Fox. Some impressive play from him over the last month. He's averaging 15 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, anytime this club needs a basket, he's their go-to guy. Just an irrepressible, prolific scorer.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And one item that DeRozan never seems to get enough credit for is his passing, Greg. He is a terrific playmaker.
Ever since DeRozan became a perennial all-star, his passing has improved. I mean, keeps his head up even while attacking with the ball. Great awareness for where his teammates are in terms of relation to his attack after a double team.
One shot.
And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step. Ooh! That's how you attack. Wow.
Attack the rim, baby. Move out the way.
And that last replay, courtesy of the Under Armour Hover Havoc, unleashing a little bit of chaos. Hield, good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 6 assists now in the game.
Oh, he's been dominant this quarter. I mean, he's determined to prevent the lead from getting any bigger.
Yes, that goes in.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
The Kings trail by 7. And Bjelica has it in the corner. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
It's Aldridge penetrating. From down in the low post, it goes. Aldridge has got his first points in this one.
And offensively, they've done a great job here of staying in rhythm.
Yeah, of the two teams, they're taking the more makeable shots. Let's see if they can sustain it throughout the game.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Down low.
And they've done a nice job controlling the defensive backboard to start this game.
Oh, man, the relentless pursuit of the basketball by Cauley-Stein. Just a tremendous hustler on the offensive glass.
And the shot is good.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agendas.
The Kings trail by 9. Fox passes to Shumpert. Cauley-Stein with it in the game against Philadelphia. Very impressive. Hield attacking. And Cauley-Stein with the basket on the assist by Hield. 6 points for Willie Cauley-Stein. Spurs leading by 7. Game. And the Spurs scoring again.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
To the inside. It's picked off. Here's White. And the lead now, double digits on that bucket.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Sacramento with the ball. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And I feel like the defense was one step behind all night. I mean, they never made the adjustments to string together a few stops.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Bagley comes in for Bjelica, and it's Bogdanovich in for Iman Shumpert. Here's Bogdanovich, buries it from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Here's San Antonio now. They're leading by 8. Here's Forbes. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
He dents the rim with a two-handed slam. Wow.
Yeah, pounding it inside once again. They have taken over this game physically.
Right off the opening tip, they've been relentless. And this style of play can be hard to come back against.
Timeout called by the Kings. You know, C-Web, we're seeing the game evolve. So often the players are the trailblazers, and I'm sure there are guys that you think are changing the game the most.
How many times can you say we've seen something that we've never seen before?
Right.
And to be honest with about that, and Steph Curry, we've never seen that before. He's weaponized the three-pointer more than anyone before, and he's broken his own records. And the great part about it, he plays so balanced. And then you have to look at his teammate. I think at the end of his career, his teammate, Kevin Durant, may be the best offensive player that's entered the NBA. He has that type of skill set because of his height, because of his shooting, his passing and dribbling, and he plays on a team with some willing passers, and he's a 7-footer. So I get excited when I think about those guys. And then again, the ball handling of Kyrie Irving, I think that is changing the game, along with Harden and being able to draw the fouls that he draws as well on that fast break.
Good example. And let's take a look at the playmaking here. This chart with the assist totals split between the front court and the back court tonight for the Spurs.
And their guards have led the way in that regard. The ball is in their hands, and credit to them. They're not just looking to get shots up. They're of the mindset to create great looks for everybody.
Up top, Fox. He definitely had a good game in their win against the 76ers.
Not the tightest of D on them, but not the best of finishes either.
Here's Aldridge. Sacramento grabs the miss. An even 3-on-3 break. Pass to Cauley-Stein. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And it's important for Cauley-Stein's confidence that he gets these interior shots to fall. The more he sees the ball go in, the more assured he will feel down inside.
And already with the commanding lead, a terrific offensive performance.
Oh, okay, you've done your job so far, but the question is now, can they sustain this level of energy? There's still a lot of game to play.
And finished off by Bagley.
passes like that help develop team chemistry. Bogdanovich, I love the display of unselfishness.
And stolen by Cauley-Stein. Fox kicks to Bagley. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
White the pass to Aldridge. Count the basket. Aldridge has got 6 points.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
And the dunk by Aldridge.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
Yeah, guys, and the finish is the perfect capper. I mean, taking it all the way to the 10.
And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here.
So close to getting the steal there, but the deflection equally as effective.
Oh, man, yeah, he read it all the way. He got a jump on it. Very close.
Harry Giles is checked in for Sacramento. Justin Jackson comes in for Hield. San Antonio also making some changes. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Aldridge. Davis Bertans comes in for Bryn Forbes. And it's Mills in for White. Bangs home the trifecta.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collective whenever he pulls up from there.
And when you got someone putting on a show like this, I mean, in the first quarter, you have got to be kidding.
The Spurs have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Rudy Gay.
One shot.
Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against New Orleans. To the middle, here's Giles. And it's good off the back rim and in.
And it's just been an avalanche of points here in the early going.
Yeah, both teams have come out with solid offensive strategies. And then, of course, guys are finishing.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Now Fox. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Giles kicks to Jackson. And it's off from three-point range. Outside DeRozan. Lets it go from 14. A second chance effort. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And there's the foul that goes against Sacramento. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
2 shots.
That's good from DeRozan. C-Web, a quick tactical question here. As a big, when you're defending the pick and roll, what are the things you're looking to do? How do you handle that?
Okay, I'm going to try to rapid pace this because this is what goes through your mind. What did coach say in shoot around? Wait a minute, who is this? Is this Steph Curry that can dribble, or is this Thompson that loves to take a step back? Or is it a player like Durant that loves to hit you with the step back? Or who's setting the pick? Is it a guy like Thompson that's going to slip? Or is it a guy like Dwight Howard that they could throw it up to? Is it Capella that may slip and go through and you still throw it up to and you can't get back? Who's communicating?
Wow.
Who's on my team in the corner? What shooter's in the corner? Because they can't leave the corner to come help. Do I hedge hard? Do I not hedge hard? Oh, no, this is the NBA. It's the greatest players in the world, and even if you do it right, they're going to score anyway. That's kind of what goes through your mind.
That is something else. Shot clock at 5. To the paint. Here's Jackson.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. And Jackson gets it to go.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Yeah, talent in this league has it so that now pretty much every team can push the pace. You have to get back on defense.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backboard.
A pass to Fox. The offensive rebound. Back to Jackson. Bogdanovich looking around. Shot clock at 6. Second shot opportunity. And the shot is long.
The D pretty much taking that possession off, but the shot's off target with nobody near it.
Mills, that's a two-pointer. Again, the miss by the Spurs. The Kings trail by 12. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Giles, the pass to Bogdanovich. Bagley kicks to Fox. Gets to the corner and buries it. Spurs leading by 10. And the call will be against Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The Spurs shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. C-Webb, when Marco Bellinelli's on the floor, he has 1 goal. Stretch the floor out for everyone else on offense.
Bellinelli is still a great weapon to bring off the bench in order to give a lineup a little bit more from deep. I mean, he's a great free thrower, and when he gets going, he really gets hot.
And it's Bagley at the elbow. Back to Bogdanovich for 3. They get the rebound. Now, here's Fox, covered by Mills. Bogdanovich wide open. Here's Bagley. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. Bagley's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Mills, and he banks in the layup.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
The Kings trail by 12. Inside. Fox, no good.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Mills can't hit.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Yeah, he has that capacity. He knows exactly where to position himself to protect the rim.
And that's out of bounds. Sacramento will retain possession.
In for the Spurs, Dante Cunningham.
One second separating the shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Fox, covered by Mills. The baseline J. That one doesn't go. It's deflected, and so it's the San Antonio Spurs. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back to the action after this word. DeMar DeRozan last season opened up about his battles with depression, hoping to have a positive impact on others.
A lot of people ashamed to talk about it. Even myself, for a long period of time, people wonder why I was such a quiet guy, and that was part of it. Not wanting to speak out about it, not wanting other people to know exactly what I was going through. But you get to a certain age where you feel like it's all about helping others. It's not about you just being a selfish person about the things you're going through. Other people going through stuff as well.
Yep, you love the honesty and the bravery to step forward and tell his emotional story.
Yeah, he opened a dialogue. Kevin Love following his lead to talk about anxiety. Athletes, as public figures, can have a broader impact than just entertaining, and we see it over and over again.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And, you know, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Through that first one, they've turned this thing into a track meet.
Well, I'll tell you what, when you allow them to speed up the tempo, there's a good chance you're going to fall behind.
Jackson and Bagley hold down the forward spots. Bogdanovich out there with Iman Shumpert, and it's Giles in at the center position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Misses off the right iron. The Kings trail by 14. Outside Bogdanovich. Jackson passes to Giles. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. 3 on 3. Out to Shumpert. Three-pointer. There we go. Now in the scoring column with that make, he is 1 for 4.
Oh, the soft release of Shumpert. He just fired that immediately.
Here's Mills. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Mills has got 4 points in the quarter.
He has a little bit of trickeration with that one. Gets that one to go against the limb.
Well, let's just call it what it is. Great body control on the lay-in, takes the contact, still knocks it in softly off the glass. I mean, that shot just can't be blocked the way he adjusted.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, LaMarcus Aldridge and the Spurs got through some tension in their relationship early on. Now, Greg Popovich said, it became apparent that it really was me. He'd been in the league for 9 years. I'm not going to turn him into some other player. That was just silly. So we took care of it, and he's been fantastic. Guys?
That's why Pop is the best in the business, DA. He's always going to figure it out. Thanks.
And you got to give appreciation to how Hurdle punishes shooters. A dynamite shot blocker with impeccable timing.
He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, that was the third straight high-percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
There's the pass to Giles. Down low, Bagley. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. And they're running. Got a hand on it.
Look, Shumpert hustles for every block that he gets.
They get it back.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
And the previous meeting was a win for them and a huge day for the bench. The reserves really stepped it up with their scoring.
The spark those guys gave them was massive. I mean, we always love seeing points off the bench.
And some changes here for the Kings. Cauley-Stein, he's checked in for Giles. Bielitsa comes in for Bagley. And it's Buddy Hield in for Justin Jackson. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Pau Gasol's checked in for Jakob Poeltl. Gay comes in for Bertzinus. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's White in for Patty Mills. Yep, it counts. Gasol's got his first bucket of the night.
And the stick-with-it attitude of Gasol just overwhelming the defense with his length.
Down low, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh, he caught him in stride with the lead pass. Now that was timing.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
Well, the Kings, they're trying to create some continuity. I mean, the coaching and the front office positions are now signed through 2020. They say there's a unified vision on getting back to the playoffs.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Cunningham. San Antonio getting another chance here. And the shot goes in.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Shumpert. The teardrop falls in. Shumpert's got 5 points now this quarter. And the Kings have built a solid front office, and they're sticking with the plan as Coach Yeager is now in his 3rd season.
Well, stability is crucial. I mean, we remember the debacle before Coach came in. I mean, you want to hire good people and empower them to do some great things.
And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Drills the three-pointer. Bogdanovich has got 11.
He's doing some good work from long range. I mean, he had 2 threes in the first quarter, and now he's got 1 in the second.
The Kings trail by 14. Passes it to Cauley-Stein. Here's Bielitsa. Healed outside. Pass to Bogdanovich. Misses the 3. San Antonio's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Good on the bucket. White's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Bogdan Bogdanovich, Greg, a highly decorated player internationally. Multiple silver medals with the Serbian national team, a EuroLeague champion back in 2017.
Yeah, I mean, he's a talented player, very skilled, and at 6'6" can play either guard spot. Great shooter. I think he's one to watch.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, an all-around threat with a promising future. I mean, Bogdanovich has the tools and the drive. He could be a solid player in this league for many years.
And he makes both free throws. Spurs leading by 14. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession. Here's a look at what's coming up now for the Sacramento Kings. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Chris Paul and the Houston Rockets. Then on Friday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And that game against the Suns, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
You can see Cauley-Stein starting to put it all together. Hopefully he begins to do this on a more consistent basis.
And that one's good by Gay.
Indicative of what we've seen tonight. One team being the aggressor, the other failing to react.
You know the saying, numbers don't lie. You can see it up there on the scoreboard.
Shumpert finds Bogdanovich. And here is Hield. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Here's Shumpert. And he drops it in from the low post. Shumpert's got 7 points.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
Cunningham gets the bucket.
And what about the way Gasol sees the floor? So gifted at whipping the ball all over to the open man.
Inside. Bogdanovich, no luck.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Forbes. Rebound by Bielitsa.
Oh, no. Sloppy finish. The D was giving him the layup. He just didn't stay with it.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
Story of their game right here. One sloppy play after another.
Fox, he's checked in for Bogdan Bogdanovich. The Spurs also with the sub. Aldridge is checked in. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken 4 shots. Off to a good start.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
And Shumpert kicks to Hield. A pass to Fox. Out to Shumpert from outside the arc. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 9th assist in the game now.
Okay, Shumpert is a super confident three-point shooter. Look at his release. Superb extension.
The Kings trail by 13. To the paint, here's Fox. Gay with the defensive effort. San Antonio's got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Aldridge Good. 10 points for him.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Some nice ball movement here by the Kings. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Wow, at 7 feet tall, Cauley-Stein is a major threat to throw it down. If he gets the ball close to the rim, the D is pretty much toast.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Sacramento's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Three-pointer Hield. And another 3 for Sacramento.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
DeMar Derozan, he's checked in for the Spurs. To the middle, here's Cauley-Stein. No good that time. And the Spurs going the other way now. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
Yeah, unfortunately for them, I thought the opponent's defense just never showed up.
But I like that they attacked those weaknesses. They made them pay for a lackluster effort.
Second shot opportunity. The shot's good from Forbes. Forbes has got 6.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Fox kicks to Bielitsa. Wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Spurs leading by 14. Here's Derozan. His three-pointer's off the mark. Sacramento's gotten hot from three-point land in the second quarter, going 4 of 5 from downtown. Hield can't hit. And San Antonio shooting 59% here in the second quarter. They're playing with great confidence. And the basket by Derozan.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Fox passes to Bielitsa. Can't connect from short range. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. It's a 16-point game. Misses the wing J.
Whoa, the D caught a break on that play. I'm sure that is not the plan, leaving him so wide open.
Hield can't hit. The Spurs shooting 66% right now. This offense getting everything they want out there. And the basket by Derozan.
And we've seen this offense step back into three-point land a little bit more in this quarter.
Fox kicks to Cauley-Stein, and Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Oh, and the athleticism of Cauley-Stein on the drive is really outstanding. Not many players are equipped to try to stop him, given his insane length.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
They push it up 4 on 3. The 3 from Gay, and a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in. And that's 11 points for Gay.
Oh, and the presence of mind from Gay to go with the pull-up, so skilled at reading defenses and knowing when he has the room to shoot.
And that one's good, Shumpert.
And he's now made 3 three-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
And it's blocked. Now here's Hield. 15 points in the game. The wide open look here for Fox. Offensive rebound. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
And guys, that's his game. I mean, battling in the paint and cashing in on those second chance opportunities.
And Greg cashing in hard. I mean, man, oh man, he puts an exclamation point on that dunk.
Yes.
And anybody can get a run-of-the-mill putback, but he makes them count. He continues to be their go-to guy. If they close this game out, his stamp will be all over this win.
Hield outside. Kicks it to Fox. No one near him. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from there.
And the dunk by Derozan.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
The Kings trail by 16. 43 seconds left now here in the second. Took the opportunity when he saw it. And that's 18 points for Buddy Hield.
He's one of the guys having a solid game for them, but as a whole, they've been lacking.
And Derozan, here we go.
And he just glides to the hoop on his drives. Derozan's got plenty of force to his game, don't get me wrong, but he makes everything look so effortless.
Well, they're really making a point of keeping the ball moving around.
That's the key. The D can't focus on one player, and no matter what anybody tells you, that ball will always move quicker than the defender.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
It's stolen by Derozan. Jumps up, and Derozan throws it down hard.
And you want to talk about high-volume scores, just look at what Derozan's doing tonight. He's been on a mission, putting his mark on this game in a big way.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar Derozan. That is his first foul of the game. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Five seconds left in the first half of the game. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
And so it's DeMar Derozan making highlights for the San Antonio Spurs. They kept going to him again and again, and he delivered with a monster quarter. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Joined here by Coach Dave Yeager. Coach, what's the takeaway from the first half, and what changes are needed?
Well, they just lined up and kicked our tails straight up one-on-one in transition. We got to own up. We got to keep the basketball in front of us. So shots are going to fall. We need to make some buckets. That'll help set our defense a little bit.
Coach, thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, it's good to have you back. You're watching the 2K Sports Halftime Show. This right here is Kenny the Jet Smith. This right here is Shaquille O'Neal. Me, I'm just Ernie. DeMar Derozan brought his A game early tonight. He had 40 points, 4 steals, and 3 rebounds. Kenny, what was your take on San Antonio?
Well, Ernie, for years we've been talking about DeMar Derozan's improvement, but he's arrived. His size, his quickness make him a tough cover, so he ends up taking a lot of free throws. And when the offense can't produce a good look, his one-on-one ability takes over.
Shaq, what's your take on Sacramento?
Well, they got a ton of issues to work out. Allow way too high a percentage to be shot against them. Not really showing any energy on defense. No discipline. Look at their faces, Ernie. Do they even want to be here?
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
A nighttime glimpse of the Tower Bridge, one of the landmarks here in Sacramento. Welcome back, everyone, to the capital of California.
looking slick at our time when I'm
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Oh, well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
Terrific first half on offense. This is how you draw it up. We'll see if they can maintain that efficiency going forward.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. Gang and Aldridge are up front. Then it's White, then it's DeRozan, and it's Forbes in at the two guard. So the wing on the left. The pass to Bielitsa. On the wing, Shumpert. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
See how Shumpert just powered through that? So good at converting, even when he gets knocked around.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
One shot, gentlemen.
Free throw good. Amon Shumpert.
No, I love Shumpert. I mean, defensively, he's reliable, but offensively, these guys now can depend on him, and he has a great sense for when to shoot the ball as well. Their entire offense has revolved around him today, and that's been the perfect game plan.
And Bielitsa kicks to Hield, but they get it back.
Now, that's made a huge difference in this game, if you ask me. Their offensive rebounding has been sensational.
Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. 44 points for DeMar DeRozan. The Kings trail by 18. To the inside, Cauley-Stein. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And Rudy Gay, Greg, has always been a fantastic scorer since he came into the NBA.
And Gay doesn't do as much scoring as he once did, but he has become more efficient. Doesn't have plays ran for him, gets looks through his instinct. And as he's gotten older, Gay has become even more crafty with how he scores. And how about that? What a sensational finish.
Yeah, you got to be able to get some hang time to do that one. Shumpert in the corner. Cauley-Stein trying to free himself up. Off target from outside. San Antonio leading by 18. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist from Gay. DeRozan's got 48.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Hield the pass to Fox. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And Cauley-Stein throws it down.
It's been a steady game for him, but he hasn't done enough to keep them from falling behind.
Hits it again. Wow.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And Sacramento has possession. Outside Shumpert. Hield outside. From outside, off the mark. Spurs have gone 5 of 7 from the field in the third quarter. Let's see if they can keep it up. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
2 shots, gentlemen.
That one is on Hield.
2.
The Spurs have been at their finest form at the free throw line tonight. 8 attempts, 8 makes.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
First one falls for him. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. The Kings trail by 21. Outside Shumpert. Lots of room. And it's White with the rebound.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Got that bucket in no time at all. Derozan's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Timeout called by the Kings.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Here we can check out the story of LaMarcus Aldridge. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 10th in rebounding, 14th in scoring, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Hield with the bucket.
What timing from Hill. Love how he sizes up these opportunities as the pass is coming his way.
That three off the mark. The Kings trail by 21. Shumpert bounce pass. And Hield with the basket on the assist by Shumpert. Shumpert's got assist number 5 here tonight.
His three-point game has been incredible tonight. If he comes even close to repeating his first half performance, it's going to be a crazy game for him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, we see new players coming into prominence for the San Antonio Spurs. Now, Greg Popovich gives his veterans credit for accepting it gracefully and helping the young guys be successful. He says it's a tribute to their character and awareness. Kevin?
They certainly have established a great culture in San Antonio. Really something. DA, thank you. Count it.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession, almost like they were just giving up on the play.
And he's been doing this for a few games in a row now. We're looking at one of the hottest players in the league.
Fox kicks to Shumpert. It's Bielitsa.
Nice. Look how alert Shumpert is. He knows whenever one of his teammates is open to get him the rock.
Spurs passing it around. It's good. And that's now 17 points for Aldridge.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hield can't hit.
And he has been ice cold from beyond the arc here since halftime, and he continues yet to fire away. He has got to tone it down if he wants to help his team. And you can see it. They're in a nice rhythm in terms of shooting. It's been that way the entire second half.
Yeah, they've come out of the break with an eye toward efficiency. One of the advantages they hold in this game.
And again, another assist. Dishing it all over the place in this one.
He's tallying them up in bunches.
Here's DeRozan, and the layup's good off the glass. DeRozan's got 57 points.
Wow, what a sensational quarter from him. And as long as they have this lead, I'd keep going to him again and again and again and again. Well, the location of that assist was awesome. That was a sweet lead pass.
San Antonio leading by 20. The drive by Gabe. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And the Sacramento Kings get called for the foul.
Well, that's the explosiveness of Gay on his drive. It's almost impossible to contain a real powerful finisher around the rim who forces defenders to get rough with him.
2.
And the first one drops.
Oh, well, Kevin, throughout his career, Gay has been an offensive force and mastermind at manipulating defenses.
Bogdan Bogdanovic, he's checked in for Sacramento. Cunningham, he's checked in for the Spurs. He doesn't get the second one. Compared to when you were playing C-Web, how have the baseline skill requirements for the 4s and the 5s, the power forwards and the centers, changed, do you think, the most?
The ability to stretch the floor. It's a lot more emphasis on mobility, especially at the defensive end. And I don't think you can have a player who is a specialist anymore in the game. I've played with some great defenders, the Ben Wallaces, the Davis boys there in Indiana, but those positions are no longer valued or needed anymore. You can no longer be a defensive player that can't score on the other end. You have to be a player in the NBA now with the total skill set. That means mobility, shooting, dribble, passing. All of those things have to be encompassed, or there's a way to make sure to highlight you with the mismatch and take you out of the game.
Good documentation. I like that. Tips it, and it's White with the rebound. And so it's Derozan. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. The Kings trail by 20. And stolen by Aldridge. Here's White, and White slams it in.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Fellas, that's just like it's supposed to work. Don't give the D a chance to set up.
Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Willie Cauley-Stein. Bagley comes in for Bielitsa. And it's Jackson in for Heel. Pirtle, he's checked in for the Spurs. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And Sacramento has possession. Here's Bogdanovich. To the inside. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from 3-point territory over the last month. You take a look at Hield, he's absolutely deadly from outside.
Timeout.
And of course, Marco Bellinelli, he's in that same group. Another player that gets it done from beyond the arc.
You don't have to be a great shooter to play 2 guard, but it does help. And pretty much all of these guys fit into that great category.
And having a reliable 3-point option at off guard, pretty much a necessity these days in the NBA.
A different look now for San Antonio. Davis Bertans comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Mills in for White.
Patty Mills.
Off the inbound pass. A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 19 points.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Yeah, they've been tremendous from beyond the arc. It's a shift from what they did in the first 2 quarters, though.
That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter. Here's Bertans, guarded by Jackson. And that's good. Davis Bertans for 3. And the Spurs lead by 18.
Oh, you love it when the big fella shows off his ability from beyond the arc.
Here's Fox. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
And a chance to check out the stats for Bellinelli. His last 10 games, he's averaging 14 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds. And guys, he's making winning plays. It's as simple as that. Not a star player per se, but he makes his presence felt.
Well, yeah, lately he's been overachieving a little bit. Hopefully this is a sign of greater things to come.
Spurs leading by 18. Here's Cunningham. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. The Kings shooting 47% since getting things started in the third quarter. Moment here now for an injury report. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge for an update on Willie Cauley-Stein. David.
Well, guys, I had a moment to catch up with Sacramento's head athletic trainer, and the news is pretty good. It does not look like a severe injury.
All right, David, thanks for checking in and letting us know how he's doing.
And let's just hope that he doesn't have any setbacks during his recovery.
Fingers crossed, and hopefully it's nothing but good news from now on when David gives us updates on him.
And you talk about that quick twitch athletes have. De'Aaron Fox is a blur in the lane. Chris definitely an attack guard.
Oh, yeah, and it's not just his quickness, Kevin. I mean, it's his mentality, his aggressiveness. He's very competitive. He wants to impose his will on the game, and I love that.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Fox.
What sticks out about Fox is his speed. He's one of the fastest guys in the game at both ends of the floor.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Mills. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Mills has got 10 points.
Ball control, body control, and a nice touch. All the ingredients you need for the reverse.
Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so don't doubt he's pleased with that.
One shot. One shot.
The Kings trail by 19. Here's Fox. He's got 8. It's deflected. In transition, here come the Spurs. Bellinelli's got the ball. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Will it go? Outside for Jackson. Sacramento again missing.
Well, it's a confidence shaker when you can't hit a wide open three like that.
Here's Bellinelli. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 7 points in the game.
And really, Bellinelli isn't just merely a shooter. He also gets to the rim deceptively quick.
And here is Fox. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. 13 feet away. They get it back. Jackson. It's blocked. And it'll be Sacramento as it goes out of bounds. The Kings retain possession. And the Spurs making a change here. Gasol's checked in. Fox kicks to Giles. Right side, Bogdanovich. And the 3 off target.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Yeah, going up against a big run, trying to mount one of your own. I mean, it's exhausting and takes a tremendous amount of energy here.
And guys, this is the blueprint for winning on the road. How about the level of focus on each and every possession?
They've come in with a great overall strategy, the right attitude, and the scoreboard reflects that.
Here's Bertanis, and the basket is good. Bertan's got 11. And for Sacramento, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. And it's Bogdanovic off the drive.
A terrific, versatile scorer. I mean, once Bogdanovic gets hot, he stays assertive and on the attack.
How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
I tell you, he's playing the game with pure excitement right now.
He capped off that dunk with some serious hang time on the rim. 1:05 left here in the third quarter. Fox with it. 8 points for him. Jackson misses.
Well, he has to work harder to get a good high percentage look. I mean, he's been taking some bad shots out there.
But they recover it. Bertan's shot is good. 15 points in the game.
He is dominating this quarter. He sees a soft spot in the D, and he's attacking it.
Bogdanovic dishes to Jackson. Passes it to Fox. Lets the three fly. The rebound by the Spurs. Gasol's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And he uses the glass on the layup. And here are the Kings now. 19 seconds left to play in the third. And it's Giles missing. San Antonio calls timeout. Down low. Bellinelli passes to Bertans, and it's blocked. Outside Jackson. Off on that one. And so it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for San Antonio. Offensively, this has been his best game of the season. This is the most points he's scored all year. Back right after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And for Sacramento, they're shooting a respectable 47% from the field in this one. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. Fourth quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the floor for Sacramento, Koufos out there with Giles. Then there's Jackson. Then there's Mason. And it's Farrell in at the shooting guard. Mason kicks to Koufos. Jackson in the corner. And another three for Sacramento.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, just a simple one-hand flush.
I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike. Sacramento's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Koufos. Over to the left wing. Farrell for three. The rebound by Medu.
Well, you can't fault him for taking the three when he's that wide open. You can't pass that shot in.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. They'll be playing against Draymond Green and the Golden State Warriors. Then on Thursday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
The first one falls. And Yogi Ferrell, the undrafted Indiana product, went undrafted after staying all 4 years in Bloomington, but he has shown, Greg, to be a very strong player.
Yeah, and Ferrell is the perfect example of why you give a 4-year player a chance. Knows how to make the most of his time on the floor. I think he could start for a team, maybe be the sixth man, lead the second unit, play off the guard. He is just such a versatile player.
Bellinelli drops in the layup for 2. Bellinelli's got 13 points in the second half.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Mason the pass to Ferrell. Jackson in the corner. Sacramento again missing. And so it's Mills who will bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Yep, it counts.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball. Keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
For Sacramento, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Giles kicks to Jackson. Here's Giles. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. When you look at the amount of threes, Chris, being taken now, do you think the league as a whole is too dependent upon the perimeter offense?
I don't think so. If you look at Golden State, we all tend to think that they've shot the most threes last year. It actually was Houston.
Right.
And when you look at how Golden State does not just settle for threes, Kevin, but they can shoot them at any time, and maybe the best three-point shooter in the history of the NBA, Curry, will lay a difficult layup over the top of your head just as quick as he'll shoot a tough three from 45 feet. That's what it seems like, but the good teams like a Golden State make you feel like they're shooting a lot of threes, but actually play with a balanced game. Those that try to copycat and just shoot threes, I don't think they've won a championship yet. So I think it's about having that balance, and maybe the league overall is shooting too many threes, but the champions who shoot threes, I don't think take too many.
He gets it in there.
Look at this. I like this. Team basketball, keeping the ball moving till they find the right shot.
Sacramento's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Koufos. No good with the triple.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Medu, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Shooting for San Antonio, Chimezie Metu. At the line for 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Chris, in football, you have the franchise tag. It allows a team to keep a superstar by delaying his free agency. Would that work in the NBA?
I'm not sure if that would work in the NBA. It would be what else would reward this player in the franchise tag? Does it allow freedom for other players to come? I think that we're going to have to address some of these issues as time goes on, especially in a place like Golden State where they have so many great players there. But one of the great things about the NBA is the freedom of movement, and I don't think that we've seen really any teams get hurt too bad by the superstar leaving if they've acknowledged he's going to leave and made a trade for him. It is when that they don't acknowledge, a la Orlando with Shaq, a la a couple of other teams, they don't acknowledge that this guy may leave, that you truly end up with nothing. So I'm not sure about that franchise tag yet, Kevin. The NBA is doing great. Players are moving around, and we're going to need some other teams to combat the dominant team overall.
and a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Shots good by Walker.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Oh, that's why you see them flexing a little bit. They're feeling good about how they've dominated.
To the paint, trying to end the drought.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Here's Medu, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Here's Farrell. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Absolutely fearless. I mean, a nice subtle adjustment there going up against Wynn.
Well, this is just another case where being aggressive wins out. He's been a different player since halftime, coming on strong now.
For Sacramento, they've gotten just under 45% of their attempts to drop in the fourth, 4 of 9. Over in the corner, Williams. Offline with his 3. The Spurs shooting has been just uncontainable, 72%. He gets that one. Berton's got 19 points.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Mason kicks to Giles. Pulls up from the corner. Again, Sacramento. Here's Mills. Here's Bellinelli. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
Oh, you just love to watch Bellinelli score the ball. He can fill it up from any spot on the floor.
Over in the corner, Williams. The rebound by Medu. Medu's got his 4th rebound in this one. Over Mason. Here's Pertinis. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
You know, the NBA has cracked down on flopping. It's still part of the game, but C-Webb, would you agree that progress has been made in that area?
Yeah, I think so, and I'd like to blame a lot of my European players for bringing that over, along with soccer. Soccer with the flopping and that, and we've kind of taken away. And I know a little bit about flopping. We had some floppers on my Sacramento team, and so flopping is frustrating. You don't want to see that. You want to see guys earn it. This isn't soccer or football, and so I think the league has done a very good job, whether it was trying to find guys early or just embarrass you and say, hey, you're Shaqtin' a fool, get up right now. No one touched you. Why did you flop or act like you were hit and move 10 feet back on the side? I hate flopping, but then again, you must embellish, you must be a good actor. You've got to put the referees in a tough position to make a good call. How do you find that balance? But I think the NBA has done a good job of making sure that it isn't encouraged and isn't rewarded.
And that one misses. C-Webb, when you look at how basketball is taught at early levels for these kids, middle school and then high school, anything there that you would change?
Yes, I would change to developing all players and taking away positions.
Interesting.
When you are young and you're in, let's say, 3rd grade and you're the tallest player on the team, and I make you a center and I pull you to one end and I only show you how to make layups. I don't show you how to shoot threes or to dribble. I'm assuming that your body is always going to stay the same. And I believe that coaches should teach great skill set, shooting, passing, dribbling. And when you do that, a player can then become the full player they're intended to be, instead of teaching incrementally where a player may get stuck and identified as this type of player his whole time. I think that really what you need to do is teach full skill sets and allow players to develop. Just think if someone would have said, Kevin Durant, you can only shoot layups. We wouldn't be able to see the true unicorn that he is.
Wonderful thought. And it's Belhita top the key. Mason for 3. It's Cunningham with the rebound. Cunningham's got 5 rebounds tonight. Makes it off the glass. 8 points for Walker.
It's all clicked into place for him this quarter. He's not missed a single shot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Mills. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Mills has got 19 points.
He had to battle through some tough shooting problems in the first half. I mean, give him credit. It's been much easier for him in the second.
Farrell passes to Koufos. And once again off the mark by Sacramento. To the right side. Here's Mills. And the Spurs scoring again.
You can't find much better shot than that one.
And for Sacramento, they're shooting in the fourth quarter down around 31%, not playing with as much energy here lately. Farrell kicks to Koufos. Back to Farrell. Pass to Williams. Shot to stop the run. Hits it from three-point range.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Took him no time at all on that one. Bellinelli's got 13 points now in the quarter.
And the jump shot has been a dimension of this game where they've had a clear advantage.
San Antonio's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Rebound by the Kings.
Look, you can't defend down low much better than that. Refuses to give him an easy path to the bucket.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Smooth sailing for San Antonio. Knocked away. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Sacramento making some changes. Harry Giles is checked in for Koufos. Justin Jackson comes in for Williams. And it's Bogdanovich in for Frank Mason. And San Antonio also making a switch. Pau Gasol is checked in for Bertans. Yep, that one goes in there.
With the second half he's having, I mean, his field goal percentage is way up there.
Farrell passes to Bielitsa. Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
To the middle, and he uses both hands to jam it in.
Those passes into the paint have to be precise, just like that one.
Here's Cunningham. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got his 5th assist in this one.
I mean, this D is a joke. It's way too passive. They got to get a body on him when he's on his way to the bucket.
Ripped away. Cunningham dishes it to Mills. The rebound by Giles. Here's Sacramento. Right side, Bogdanovich. On the wing, Jackson. No good from outside.
I mean, with all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, I mean, he's become a weight around that neck. I mean, somebody tell he's got to be more unselfish.
Just no resistance inside at all. They are feasting. This is a straight buffet.
It is. It's a big one. And load the plate. Farrell kicks to Jackson. Sacramento moving it around. Bogdanovich. No good on the triple.
A defender nowhere near him, and he still can't hit it. He wants that one back.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul. It goes against Sacramento.
Two.
The first one falls. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing. And so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy. I can trust that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do it. But, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
Bellinelli gets the bucket. Bellinelli's got 24.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
On the wing, Heel. And that time, also a missed shot.
He hasn't been able to find any kind of groove this quarter. I mean, it seems like he's been running on fumes since halftime.
The shot by Bellinelli, no good. Kings shooting in this game, 45%.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Spurs.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And after dropping game one in this matchup, they managed to take the second of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, the biggest impact he had was with his on-the-ball defense. Such quick hands, his steals added up to a lot of extra possessions.
San Antonio with the ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Here's Walker. Sacramento grabs the miss. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
That's a jump ball.
And so it's San Antonio with it. And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. They're up. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
This is a timeout maybe just so they can pat each other on the back because no other reason to call it.
Well, they're not going to take any chances. I mean, they're going to play it out until the final whistle, no matter what the score is.
Chopped him up. I didn't like my nose, so I chopped it up. I didn't like my hair, so I chopped it up. I never liked my body, so I chopped it up. Come on. I didn't like my head, so I chopped it up. I didn't like my legs, so I chopped him up. One finger at a time, I chopped him up. I didn't like my tummy, so I chopped it up. Hands off my body.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan Player of the Game, DeMar DeRozan.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. It's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Cunningham, good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
Tremendous effort here on the road. That plane ride home is going to be sweet.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't care how good you are. It's tough to succeed in a hostile environment. They're doing it in style.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for your Kings, Harry Giles. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And he makes the first. And so he makes both from the line. 16 seconds left in the fourth. Here's Pertinis. It's stolen by Hield. Now Mason. And so it's San Antonio, easily taking this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. DeMar, this team is playing well together. How are you encouraging and fostering that sense of all of you being together and playing well?
We're just making everybody comfortable. We're making each and everybody on this team comfortable. If it's jump shots, if it's attacking the basket, even if it's on the defensive end, we're just giving each other confidence every time we practice.
And it sure looks like it out there tonight, DeMar. Thanks a lot. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Chris Webber, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.